Welcome to workout number 6 in the Get Fit for Business program. Today we're going to be focusing on workflow. Workflow is absolutely key to running an efficient and productive print company. After all, we're in a manufacturing process, and workflow is absolutely fundamental to any manufacturing process. Results from the Drupa Trend Report, when we asked people about if they had an automated workflow, quite staggeringly less than 20% of print companies have an automated workflow. Worse than that, having an automated colour managed workflow, the percentage drops to less than 15%. So what does this mean? What it means is there is over 80% of companies who are hemorrhaging cash. They're way more inefficient than they need to be. They're probably employing more staff than they need. The result of this is they could be putting money straight to their bottom line. They could be more efficient, more productive, get more jobs through the plant every single week. We recently were working with a fairly large international print group. Within the first hour of being in that business, we looked at their pre-press workflow. Within 30 minutes, we'd identified over £50,000 worth of savings. Purely because of their colour management routines. They could be running their presses quicker. They could reduce issues around quality. All in all of these things added up, with a more efficient workflow, they would have saved at least £50,000 a year. Actually putting this right was 2 or 3 days' work and a small investment for a much more efficient and productive workflow. Now, if we look at overall workflow opportunities through the business, these are statistics generally that we find. Around people, you can look for a reduction in staff of around 6 to 10%. In terms of process, from quote to invoice, you can look at 55% to 80% of all work going through an automated workflow. In terms of cost, you can have a reduction in variable costs of between 8 and 13%. And in terms of revenue, reduction in touch points from offset, we've seen them higher than 20 touch points being brought down to 3 touch points. And digital, with a completely automated workflow, down to 0 touch points. So this is the opportunity in workflow. It's a great way to put money straight on your bottom line. It's relatively easy to get your head round. It's not huge investment. It's a case of really questioning yourself, doing a workflow audit to understand where you can improve, how you can actually get rid of manual touch points. Again, we have a motivator for you which will explain this and hopefully incentivize you to go ahead and do something. And we've also got a workflow audit tool, which if you answer the questions there, it'll give you a really good idea of how good your current workflow is. And from there, you can start thinking about how you can improve it. This is a really important subject for print companies. It's a real opportunity for them to be more competitive, to put more money onto the bottom line. So please use the practical tool, and I'm sure this is really going to be great value to help you getting fitter for business this year.